Welcome to Business Revolution. Business Revolution is an idea sharing platform where business owners and budding entrepreneurs share the business tips, the do's and don'ts, the pros and cons that have built their businesses to where they are today. My name is Natalie Biteture, and this is Business Revolution. Today we have Benedicta Nanyonga on the show with us. Welcome, Benedicta.
Thank you. So I'm so happy to be here to share the problem, the achievement of my business with you.
Please, can you tell me a bit about your business? How did it get started? Where did this all begin?
First of all, as you have said, my name is Benedicta Nanyonga. I was born 71 years ago, and when I went to school, after finishing S6, that was in 1966, I joined Kampala Business School at Nakasero. I trained in the cashier business. I got a certificate. After 1973, I joined the self-service supermarket. It was just opposite the old park where you see Omega supermarket. And I worked there for 7 years. Then I joined the Bank of Uganda in 1977, 1st November, as a senior note examiner. And I worked in Bank of Uganda for 23 years. I left Bank of Uganda 2001. I went home because I got a problem of my spinal cord, so I was advised by my doctor to leave the work. And when I left the work, as it was a contract, even the salary stopped. When the salary stopped, I had to depend on my children. My children are big. They are having their families, and they could help me. Sometimes things were very difficult. And I joined the life. I started the life very difficult. I remember one time I stayed in my house 2 days without taking food. I was taking just water. And the second day I had to follow with my God that I worked in the bank for 23 years. I didn't steal the money. Then after about 3 days, I had a person coming in a dream, putting on a white can, saying that Benedicta, stop crying. You go and collect straws, you will get money. When I wake up, collecting straws, how will I get money? Then I wake up, as I was brushing my teeth. I'm living near the roadside. The local council were moving, and the citizen, they say, come, we go and clean our place. As I'm staying in the slum area, I had to join them. When I joined them, after about 200 meters, there was a bar. In front, a garbage center. They had powered some used straws there. And the people were saying, let us set fire on these straws. Then I remembered the dream. I said, no, don't. I went, I bought a polythene bag, collecting the straws. I didn't even continue going to clean the place. I went back home. I had to buy water, 2 jerrycans for 200, and then powder soap. This is a small sacket of the powder soap, 300. So I started cleaning. I started weaving the mat. My neighbor came. Say, Benedicta, this is a good mat. It looks like a durable mat. Say yes. Then he booked the mat. After 2 weeks, I finished the mat. He came and bought the mat, 7,000 Uganda shillings. I was so happy. I got a profit of 6,500. So I continued like that. I continued collecting straws wherever I found the straws. One time I remember when I was collecting straws in Chinawataka, the roadside there was some women selling charcoal. And they were saying, this woman was working in the Bank of Uganda. She's now collecting straws. Yeah, she's going crazy. Anytime Butabika is waiting for her, I just gave them an eye like this. Then I continued with my work. I continued. I went to town for the soda depots, beer depots, collecting straws, until somebody told him that you go to Namamve. Namamve, there is a lot of straws. When I reached Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola said that, do you have a letter from NEMA? Say, I don't have. So they requested me to bring a letter from NEMA. It took me 3 months getting a letter.
A letter saying what?
That Chinawataka Women Initiative said they want you to collect straws in your compound because they are going to do ABCD. So the NEMA had to send 5 officials to come to Chinawataka to see exactly what we are doing. But we had already explained them, but they wanted to see. So they found that we are making a durable, washable, unique product. Shopping bags, safari bags, mats, table mats, earrings like mine, this one, berets like mine. Yes. Then they gave us a letter. I went to Coca-Cola, started collecting straws. Coca-Cola was so happy with the Chinawataka Women Initiatives. Then they helped us to carry their straws from Coca-Cola to Mbuya. So they started working with us. They came to Chinawataka. 2014, they came 40 people from different countries where Coca-Cola are having their plants. And they were so happy. Yes. And also growing the fast, because what we were doing was found by Chinawataka Women Initiatives. It was unique, and it is still unique product. Everybody sees it. It sees it as the first time as something which cannot be done, but it is really done by the women. And they have grown because when we train people, they do those products, they sell and change their way of living. And they change their income. And the home, we find that those ones who have trained, they are making product and sell, and they take their children to school, and they buy some clothing. You know, women want some good things. So that's how we have really grown.
Wow, very smart.
Thank you.
Do you enjoy what you do?
Very much.
What
and
do
I'm
you like?
proud.
What do you enjoy about this?
The first thing is to see that I'm empowering the women and the youth. I feel if I don't have money in the house, I see my fellow women may be in the same category. So I'm happy that I have trained 7,940 women and 6,000 youth. And also I'm happy to see that I conserve the environment. Yes.
It's very
And
interesting.
another thing, you see me as a Nodi woman, but I'm so happy to see that I'm known nationally and internationally.
So recently, I've been doing a series of videos to help young entrepreneurs, not just with business tips, but also with tips of how to live their life in a balanced way, because it's very demanding to run a business and also to look after yourself, to look after your family. Everyone has other parts of their life as well. So do you have advice for young people who are starting in business, how you manage to do so many things?
Yeah, my advice, first of all, as I told you, not to discriminate the work. Secondly, is to persist for any difficulty comes in front of you, so that you overcome and do something which will be very useful for you. Youth of these days, very few who wants to work. Most of them, they want quick money. Quick money doesn't stay long. And the quick money doesn't show that you are a responsible person on this earth.
That's very true. Our youth could pick a leaf and do that. Another question I have is, you said you have children and grandchildren, right?
Yes.
So for example, me, I don't have a husband, I don't have children. So I can focus all my energy on work. But a lot of young women now are struggling to balance because it's so demanding to work and also to look after a home and to look after their children. Some of them are studying. How have you managed to grow your business so much? You're traveling so much, you've trained so many people, and yet you have children and grandchildren.
I have children and grandchildren, but my children, they are big, and they are staying with their grandchildren. Maybe for me, from 2003, they wanted to give me a maid to care for me, but I refused. Why? I had a maid, I was sick. He requested for me around 11 a.m. to go to Middle East, Bugolobi, and maybe come back at around 3. I told her to bring a flask of tea and squeeze orange for me near my bed. I took all the tea, I took all the juice, and got finished. She did not come back at 3 as she promised me. By 4, I started feeling dizzy. I got a phone, I rang to my friend nearby, she came. By the time she reached me, she ran to go and bring a doctor. When the doctor came, she could not say anything. He went back to bring a drip. I was put on a drip around 4:30. Then I got to understand at 11 p.m. This girl did not come back. And my friend was there helping me, leaving her business. And when I wake up, I say, hey, Rita, what are you doing here? Gigi. Say, Mommy, no, there's nothing. Hey, why a drip? Say, Mommy, you are not well. Then I called the doctor. She stayed with me the whole night. The girl came back the following day at 10 a.m. Oh. What I did is to give her her money and requesting her to go. Then from that time, I stopped the maid. I decided to stay with the needy children. How do I get the needy children? When I go to the wedding, when I go to the burial, most cases they care for people from Kampala. Abe Kampala mbawe mmere bagenda. But as you are eating, you look there, you see a girl or a boy squatting, the stomach is like this. She doesn't know that she will get food. When you ask, they say, that one, the mother died, she's with the grandmother or with the co-wife. When I ask to take the girl, they say that you have helped us. I get a letter from the local council and a letter from the relatives. I started with the 3, but now I have 20.
In your house? Who live with you?
Yes.
What?
And those 20, they are at school. They are all at school. And if you come to my place in the holiday, but now some are those that I have about 3 who are in a day, but the 17 are in the boarding school.
Those are many children.
They are. But I feel happy to be with them.
How do you have enough time and energy to give for children, to give for work?
They are growing. I train them how to cater for themselves, washing their clothes. And when I get mainly from 5 years, I don't take a big one.
But now 5 years is very young. Those are
Yeah,
small kids.
but the big ones, they care for the young
Small
ones.
ones.
And I train them in income generating activity skills.
From when they are young.
Yes. And those ones whom I began with, they are the ones who are weaving. They know how to weave. And if they don't go for further studies, they are not going to be stranded. They will be having something to do.
So, how would you like to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered if I die and this initiative goes ahead. Because I see that I don't want to die with everything, with the idea. Yes, I want some people to remember me continuing with the Chinawataka Women initiatives. Because empowering women, I feel that it should continue. And youth, they are the women of tomorrow. And women, we are the most people having responsibility in the home. And I hear people think that they are men, they are living money kameza. That money for kameza, during our old time, it was not there. We used kameza, they leave money for the day.
Oh.
Yes. So let the women, let the youth not looking at that money as their income. Let them learn how to create their own income. Because this money, if somebody doesn't leave it, you are going to survive. You are going to starve. But if you are having something to do, you will not. And youth should know that the money you have worked for yourself, you know how to handle, you know how to gain from it. But this money which is left on the kameza, it may not help a lot. That is the advice I'm giving to my fellow youth, both men and women.
So we've had a fantastic time with Miss Benedicta of Chinawataka Women Initiatives. We've learned so much, and we're going to share the information about the initiative on our site as well, so that you can order bags. Make sure you go to Capital Shoppers and get one. And we've learned so much. We're so appreciative of her time, and I'm sure we've all taken lots of notes. I'm Natalie Bitature, and this is Business Revolution.